Hi, it's Annette. Today I'm filming a combined June and Rainbowthon wrap-up. It's combined because if we consider my Rainbowthon readathon from my TBR point of view, we can safely say I failed. I did not read one single book on my TBR that I set out to read. I did read something else though. The first thing I read this month was Volume 6, Space Cakes, and I've already talked about this so many times on my channel that you probably know already the basic plot for this graphic novel, but there is a detective who gets kind of like psychic impressions from everything he eats. Also corpses, so that's handy in his job in a way, and this graphic novel is very gross but very funny at the same time, and it's definitely one of my favorites at the moment. I'm missing volume 7 and I've already ordered it to my local bookstore. I'm just waiting to get it so I can continue, because I have volume 8 and 9 on my bookshelf already waiting. But yeah, I gave this I think 4 stars. The ending broke me, but I'm not gonna say anything else about that. But yeah, highly recommend. Then the next thing I read was Rat Queens, Volume 2, The Far-Reaching Tentacles of Ngrat. And another series I absolutely love. Basically there are like these four Rat Queens who I think they started as kind of hired assassins, but now they're kind of trying to protect the town they live at as well. And between all the monsters they also like to party like really hard. So there's sex and drugs and alcohol and that sort of thing. But I really love them. The Rat Queens are so sassy and kick butt, and the art style is absolutely fantastic. I think the artist actually changed between the first volume and the second, but personally I didn't even notice before someone pointed it out. I suppose the first graphic novel has a kind of rounder graphic style, and this one is more sharp, but I don't know. I think I gave it 5 stars. Excellent. Really recommend. So then we get to the books I finished during the Rainbowthon readathon. So I'm still counting these because there are some colours I could use, you know. The first thing I read was Morning Glories, Volume 1, and for this one there's, I don't know if you can see it, but the title is in purple, so it counts, obviously. I kind of like this. I gave it 4 stars. It was really weird and bizarre, and sometimes I didn't know what was going on. But I guess that we'll find out in the following volumes. Basically, there are a group of teenagers that are kind of selected to this elite school, and once they get there, they realize that not everything is as it seems, and there's some supernatural elements, and it was a bit gory as well. There's some violence and stuff, but I kind of liked it. The art style is not my favorite, but the story was interesting enough, so yeah, that's my purple book for the readathon. The next book I finished was actually on my iPad, and that one was, I don't know if you can see the title because iPad is silly with the covers, but this one is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. It is actually the pinkish cover that I have on my iPad, but let's pretend that it's the holding hands kind of beige yellow cover. I had kind of mixed feelings about the book. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it for the most part. I just wasn't expecting the topics they dealt with to be so difficult. I was kind of expecting like this fluffy contemporary, which in part I did get, but it was a bit sad at the start of the book. And also I had a problem with the writing style in parts. English is not my mother tongue, so obviously I can't be 100% sure, or if it was just my ebook. But they wrote stuff, as in we saw some stuff, with one F, and it wasn't just one off. It kept repeating throughout the book, and it kind of bothered me because I think it's a spelling mistake, if I'm not mistaken. So it was kind of as if the book hadn't been proofread at all. But that being said, I did enjoy the books, like kind of, it had like these photos throughout the book about each state and the facts about the states, and also playlists for each state, and some good music on those playlists. So I really enjoyed that part of the book, and it did make me want to go on a road trip to the US. So that's a lifetime goal that I want to do sometime. I just need a driver because I hate driving, so hopefully someday I will be able to do that. Then the final book I read during the week of the Rainbowthon was The Winner's Curse by Marie Rutkowski, and I'm sorry, but I just couldn't put this book down. Like, I tried to read something from my TBR, but this just kept me kind of gripped. And I suppose you could count it for red, I don't know. It's kind of pink, but if we're not strict about it, you know. This one was really, really good. I gave it 4 stars. Basically, there is this general's daughter, Kestrel, who buys a slave, Arin, and then they kind of start to have this connection, but stuff happens, crazy stuff happens. This book has a lot more political intrigue and plotting, and I think it concentrated less on the romance. So if that's the sort of thing that you would enjoy, then I highly recommend this. And yeah, it was, I just thought that it was a bit different than all the recent YA books I've read, so I really enjoyed it. And the final book, I'm still counting in my June wrap-up, even though I technically finished it, I think, on the 2nd of July. I just need to talk about it with someone, okay? That book is The Rat and the Dawn by Renée Ahdieh. Oh, I absolutely loved this book. Holy crap. I haven't felt like this about books since I read Ignite Me almost exactly a year ago. Like, oh, the romance, the characters, the banter between the characters, it was just so perfect. And the stories as well were also interesting. This is a retelling about 1001 Nights, which is like the Arabian stories. I've read them, I think, when I was a kid, at least some of them, so I remember some parts. Basically, one of the most popular ones is Aladdin and the Magic Lamp, if you don't know. And there's a bunch of others. And this is a take on those stories, and there's this king who has to take a new wife every day, and then he kills her at dawn. And I just need the 2nd book right now, please. I can't wait till next year. This was so good, so good. I was crying from joy, from sadness. I was laughing, I was gasping, I was squealing. Oh, this book, you guys. Read it now, read it. So that is my wrap up. Some new favorites, as you can probably tell. Here are all the books I read in the month of June. And most of them I can highly recommend. So let me know in the comments down below what was your favorite read of the month and what else did you read. And thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!